Today, in this session, I'll be focusing on the criterion number one. And criterion one focuses on curricular aspects. Yesterday's session, Dr. Jacob must have told you about the 7 criteria. There are 7 criteria that is focusing on. And the first one is curricular aspects. And curricular aspects is an element or criterion which cannot be skipped by any educational institution, because that is the core aspect of any education institution. Without a curriculum, you cannot run an education, you cannot run a college. So we will see what are the areas that you have to work on and what are the required documents to be submitted for Naac accreditation. That's what I'm going to speak on. So there are 4 key indicators. There are some terms like key indicators, metrics. We're going to talk on that. You will get familiarized with this key indicators or these terms. So under criterion 1, there are 4 key indicators. The first one is curriculum planning and implementation. Curriculum planning and implementation, which is 1.1. That is the number of that key indicator. And the second key indicator is academic flexibility, which has a number 1.2. And 1.3 key indicator is curriculum enrichment, and 1.4 is feedback system. So these are the key indicators. And what comes under each key indicator, we are going to look at it. So this is what I explained, this is what I discussed just before. The numbers for each key indicator: 1.1 curricular planning and implementation, 1.2 academic flexibility, 1.3 curriculum enrichment, and 1.4 feedback system. And the total points for this criterion is 100 points. And this is a criterion in which you can score a lot of marks, because this is something that is essential for any education institution. And if you are very strong and you are doing very good in academics with the proper documentation, with the proper process and procedure, then you can score marks. And out of these 100 marks, how is it split between these 4 key indicators is what is shown there, like 20 points for the first key indicator, 30 for 1.2, 30 again for 1.3, and 20 points for 1.4 indicator. So that makes it total 100 points. And how the weightage is distributed. When we talk about 100 points, how is it distributed? So look at the first key indicator, that is 1.1. You can see here 2 of them. One is curriculum design and development, the other one is curricular planning and implementation. Why is like this? 2 of them. The first one, which shows us U, that is for university and autonomous colleges. So those participants who are from the university or autonomous colleges should focus on the first one, that is curriculum design and development. Because and the point for that is 50 points for university or for autonomous college. When it comes to colleges which are not autonomous, we'll be focusing on curricular planning and implementation. And there is no point for design and development, but we'll be focusing on planning and implementation. 20 points. 20 points, whether it is affiliated UG college or affiliated PG college, for curricular planning and implementation is 20 points. Why is it like that? Because the college, as a college, it is not autonomous, doesn't have a significant role to play in the design. Who formulates the syllabus? Who tells you how to conduct the assessment? What is the objective? Everything is given by the university. So in that case, the colleges will not have much say in the design and development. But universities, when it comes to universities, they will have the design. They do the design and development of the syllabus at curriculum level. That's why it's divided. That's why it's shown like this. So for colleges which are not autonomous, we focus on this curricular planning and implementation. That's what we did. The second key indicator is 1.2, which has 30 points for UG or PG colleges. For university, 50. For autonomous, it is 40. So it varies. Curricular enrichment, affiliated colleges have 30. University has 30, but autonomous college is 40. Feedback system, irrespective of the type of college, you have 20. The university or affiliated college or autonomous college, it's 20. So total for a college, it is going to be 100. So this is the breakdown. This is how you can say the weightage is distributed among between these key indicators, 4 key indicators. This also I'll talk about metrics. So what is actually metrics? Just to make it simple, I would say, rather than say whatever comes under key indicators, rather than say sub-criteria or sub-key indicators, you can call them as metrics. For example, under 1.1 key indicator, you may have 1.1.1. That is a metric measurement. We can say these metrics can be either qualitative or quantitative. So in criteria 1, there are 4 key indicators that I already spoke about. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. And there are 3 qualitative metrics. So qualitative metrics is where the Naac is not going to evaluate or assess based on the numbers. They are going to judge this based on the quality, the description, the process. The qualitative metric is where they are going to look at the research, the outcome, the numbers, and they are going to give you marks based on that. So there are 8 quantitative metrics and 3 qualitative metrics. Together there are 11 metrics there. And you are going to see what are these different metrics and how you are going to upload your data or documents for Naac accreditation. And the first criteria, first key indicator is 1.1, curricular planning and implementation. This is a curriculum evolved by the university. When a curriculum is evolved by the university and autonomous college, it will include program outcome, program specific outcome, course outcome. They will be designing the syllabus and all those kind of things. So a university or autonomous college has a very significant role in the design and development. But when it comes to a college, the role is not significant, so significant that creating constituent colleges have rather insignificant role in the curriculum design and development. However, when we talk about curricular planning and implementation, the syllabus that is given by the university, how are you going to deliver it to the students? How are you going to implement it? In that aspect, the college has a big role to play. Well, maybe how do you set your timetable? How you are going to complete the specific hour or specified hours given by the or suggested by the university? That there you have a control. There the college has a role to play. Other than that, formulating the content, telling how many hours it should be taught, all those kind of things, you don't have a role. So that is where, so wherever as a college, which is not autonomous, where whatever you can do, that should be done. And so that is your role in the curricular planning and implementation. So you can see what are the metrics coming under 1.1 key indicator. Curricular planning and implementation is the key indicator. You can see 3 metrics there. And the first metrics is 1.1.1. It says that the institution ensures effective curriculum delivery through a well-planned documented process. So what does it say? The institution ensures effective curriculum delivery. That's what I say. How you are delivering this curriculum to the students? Do you have a specific policy? You have a timetable? Are you documenting it? Telling the students that this is the procedure, this is the timetable. Is it available to them? Is it accessible to them? And when you have the syllabus where the staff members discuss that, and based on that you are preparing a course plan. All these are actually the effort or the planning in delivering the syllabus or in delivering the curriculum. So that is what you are going to look at. Because anyway, we are going to look at this metric 1.1.1. We are going to look at that in detail and what documents to be uploaded, what are the things that you can do within that metric. We are going to discuss, we are going to look into in detail. And the other metric is the institution adheres to the academic calendar, including for the conduct of CIE, that is continuous internal evaluation. You have to conduct an assessment after providing the education, delivering the syllabus. You have to assess the students, how they are performing. So how you are adhering, whether are you sticking on to the academic calendar? Academic calendar gives you a syllabus. Based on that, do you reformulating a syllabus or calendar? And even for an examination, for an assessment, you may have a plan, you may have a calendar. Are you sticking on to that? This is what they're going to look at. This is what we have to see when we talk about this metric. And the third metric is teachers participate in activities related to curriculum development. So when we talk about curriculum development activity, the teachers in the college, it is not about participating within the college. It's talking about the university or your approving bodies. The approving body, if they have a curriculum development committee, if any of your teachers are participating in that, or setting question paper, if you are participating in that, or evaluating or assessing the student maybe for the university examination, all these kind of things will have a value, will have a score. But if another college is doing it and you are a part of that, you will not get a score. All these things we are going to see in detail. So these are the 3 metrics coming under this key indicator. This may not be so important at this time, whichever college is only planning to go for Naac, but once you are in, you will see what are these metrics. But more importantly, you have to see what you have to do. Because whatever you are doing, what you have been doing so far, is it right? Or is it the way to go? Or do you need some changes? Or whatever you have been doing, maybe that is not going to get any or fetch any score for Naac. So in that case, what else we have to do? That is something that you may have to look into. So that is where you may have to make a change in your process of doing this or implementing the curriculum. So I'm going to take the first metric and the features of this first metric. I already spoke about a few of the features. This metric is qualitative metric. So when we talk about a qualitative metric, you have to tell Naac, we are going to see how you are doing it. It has 10 points. So they will see how we are doing it, and based on that, they will make a judgment rather than the output or anything. They are not going to look at the numbers, but they are going to see how you are doing it. Whether you have documented it properly, the process is very efficient and effective, That's what they're going to check. So in the manual, if you're looking at the manual, this is what they need. One is write description of initiatives in not more than 500 words. Dr. Jacob in yesterday's session spoke about, like, you have to limit your description to 500 words. So I will show how what we have written in our SSR, self-study report, is an example what we have done. So basically what you are talking about curriculum implementation. What have we done or what we have been doing? What's our way of doing or implementing curriculum? How are we, what are the different methods, documents? We'll give a write about that. So we say curriculum planning. How do we do that? We have a university calendar. Based on that, we make a semester calendar. Syllabus is available in the academic regulations book. Subject allocation is made by the faculty team or the academic council. A timetable is prepared. It is shown in the handbook, which is given to the students, so it's accessible to the students. The teacher is based for their own course, make a course plan. Because when a course plan is given, that means what subject is going to, what topics are going to be covered for a specific session. The teachers will have a very good clarity on what he or she is going to do. And the students also will see what is going to be taught in the next class. So along with the course plan, you can also give course materials. You will talk about the course outcomes, what is expected after the subject is actually completed or teaching is done. Course material or reading material, that is also made accessible. We have an academic management system, it's a software or learning management system through which we upload the course material. So this is what, and we tell Naac when the Naac peer team visits us, or visit us, we show them in our learning management system on how we make these documents available to the students or accessible to the students. All whatever we are saying will be accessible or accessible to the students. Internal exam timetable, also how we are doing the curriculum delivery. How many hours are allocated for each subject? How do we use the communication technology? What register or how do we track how many hours are for each subject is taught? What are the different methods, case study methods, management games, peer learning? All these, whatever we are doing for implementation of, for proper implementation of the curriculum, effective and efficient teaching, we record that, we document it. Since documentation is important, it is not just writing about these things, but you must be having supporting evidence. When we say that this is made accessible to the students, you have to show how you make it accessible to the students. Then they talk about file description. You have to, if they will also give you an option to upload your additional information, if any, and also you have to give a link. I think the link was, there was a talk, there was a small session on link, a short session on the link formation, everything by Mr. Jazzer yesterday. So additional information also you can upload. For example, what we have uploaded is this. So when we talk about academic regulation, we are showing the document and we have attached that syllabus for the university is given, timetable, a copy of the timetable. So all of them attached, and we made a document, we uploaded this. So this is what we have done for the first metric. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. You don't have to wait for the last minute. It's up to you if you want to ask questions. Maybe at the end of the session, that's fine. Or in between, you can speak to the microphone, you can put in the chat box. I think maybe you may know it pretty good, so there's no problem with it. I'll move on to the next metric. That is, institution adheres to the academic calendar, including for the conduct of continuous internal evaluation. Again, this is also qualitative. There's 5 points. Write description of initiatives in not more than 500 words. So there also, what we have done is the response is given like this. We have a calendar, academic calendar that is given by the university. Almost the same thing, a few things what we have shown in the other one. Internal exam calendar, notification is done. Question paper with the answer key is made because it's about the continuous internal evaluation. With this assessment procedure, policy, how effectively we are conducting the examination assignment. That is what we are trying to tell them. And we have proper supporting evidence. And this was not just done for Naac, to tell you the truth. We started maybe a few years before, and we actually this was evolved. We had several discussions how to improve our continuous internal evaluation. The university tells us 3 examinations, 3 internal examinations, 3 assignments, 1 seminar, plus participation attendance. That's fine. But how you are going to do it effectively? Whether you have a specific timetable to do this, and how you are making this timetable available to the students. Question paper. Do you have a question bank? When you prepare the question paper, whether you have a key answer key also for that. So we develop all these things so we can support, whatever we say, we can support with proper evidence. Assignment calendar, seminar, quiz, and then we need the parents also to communicate to them about the students' performance after 2 internal exams. We tell them where they stand. So all these are part of the assignment, the assessment. We also uploaded additional information, the academic calendar, what kind of seminars we give, maybe details of the seminar, assignments we give. As I said, we have a software in which we give, through which we can give the assignments, the details of the assignments, the topic. Similarly, assignments, when we give the assignment to a student, the student will be uploading the synopsis of that seminar. In some cases, especially during the pandemic season, we ask the students to conduct the seminar and send it by video. So they send the video, and in the software, there is an option to maintain that, to store it. So we were able to show that videos conducted by the students, videos sent by the students on certain topics. So that's about 1.1.2. Okay, proofs or show this last slide again. We're talking about which slide? The one, Sunita. Can you tell me which slide you are talking about? Or can I proceed? Linkbase is okay. Linkbase is a software. I was mentioning about a software, learning management system software, where you can mark the attendance of students, and that will be stored. We have a database where the attendance is stored. Assignments can be given, seminars can be given, all the internal examination or internal assessment marks will be stored, details of students, details of faculty members, all will be stored in a database. That is what is called Linkbase. Linkbase is the name of that academic management system software. Is the process also to be documented as a policy or only the evidence? They are asking for the evidences, but I would strongly suggest to say that you have a policy, that you keep a policy. For example, we have an academic audit policy. How an academic audit should be conducted, how often you are going to conduct an academic audit, because that helps us when the peer team comes and visits us. So this is a qualitative. So when we talk about it, this we tell them we have a procedure. That's always good, because qualitative they are going to look at the college from how they are functioning, and based on that they give the marks. So the calendar in the handbook and all the activities in the college to be the same. Yes, it should be the same, but there can be some deviations. It may not be perfect. If it is the same, it's great, but they are not matching. It happens. We cannot say that, because a lot of things will happen on which we don't have a control. So sometimes there may be some deviations. But preferably, or ideally, if we have a state, that's great. Limbase is a college management software. When we talk about college management software, it's about academic management. Yes. The additional, if they are asking for, because that I will talk about the SOPs. SOPs will tell you whether it should be 5 years. Sometimes they'll be asking for last year, something. Mostly it is 5 years. I'm going to show you the whether it's possible. SOPs also I can show you. 1.1.3, the teachers of the institution participate in following activities related to curriculum development and assessment of the affiliating university, and are represented on the following academic bodies during the last 5 years. So here they're talking about the last 5 years. If your teachers, your faculty members were part of any bodies, whether the academic council body of the affiliating university, whether you are a part of the body sitting question paper, design and development of curriculum for add-on course or diploma course of the university, for assessment evaluation process of the affiliating university. And the last one, maybe most of the time, the university may be calling you for the assessment of evaluation process. But other things may not be easy. It was not easy for us to be a part of the academic council of the university. So it's not easy to score a lot of marks. When we say all of the above for the last 5 years, yes, we can get full marks. Yeah, we are going to speak on the value added courses later, and also this will be also discussed under criterion 2. Is the add-on and value added of the college considered there? It is there. Value added course, everything is coming here. That we are coming to, we'll be talking about it later. When it comes under the enrichment, we'll talk about it. Not now. SOP for 1.1.3, SOPs will tell you what to be filed, what not to be included. So what you have to look at when you go for your SSR, one thing is the manual. Manual tells you, talks about the different metrics and what to do. It also gives you the glossary, the definitions of several terms. And there is also, you have to download SOP. SOP will tell you what are the specific instructions, what are the documents required, and what documents you should not include. So that gives a clarity. So as in the last session, what they were talking about, see, they change something every 6 months. There may be some changes in the SOPs, in the manuals. So you should be always downloading the latest SOP or manual and follow that. So here, in the documents required, nomination letter from their affiliating university, clearly indicating membership, or letters from the affiliating university to the faculty for setting question paper. Documents showing the faculty participation in the design and development of curriculum for add-on certificate diploma courses. That is again says from the university. The letters from the affiliating university inviting the faculty for assessment evaluation. And supporting document for the selected option to be provided. Anything else is there? Then DVB, when you talk about data validity and verification, they can see the supporting document for the randomly selected. So after DVB, data verification, they can ask something else is required, they can ask for that. So randomly they may select a few faculty members and say that we want to see that. So at that time, you have to give it. Yes, standard operating procedures, SOPs. So you have a separate SOP and you have to download that SOP. You have a quality manual. So what should be downloaded? Also, you have a data template. Data template is also available in the manual. This is available. So data template will not be available for all metric. So you can see for which metric format is given by the Naac, you have to use that format. I remember Dr. Jacob mentioning it yesterday. If there is a format that is actually recommended by Naac, you have to use it. So data template for metric 1.1.3 is given here. So you have to use this in a flow. So do this metrics as per the revised manual. Yes, this is as per 2021. That is October 2020. Anything else came after that? Okay, thank you. And when you go for SSR, search study report, this is what they'll be asking for, something like this. And SSR 1.1.3, what we do, like institutional data in prescribed format. If we have something, sorry, we have to upload it. One second. So this is what we have uploaded. We gave the names of the teachers who participated in who were the members of different bodies. For example, Dr. Jacob PM, Curriculum Restructuring of MBA program. Dr. Mijo Verghese, conduct of Central Evaluation Camp. So Central Evaluation Camp, that means the assessment, all these things can be given. And details of participation of teachers in various bodies. So, anything else that you want to upload, you can upload that also. So curriculum restructuring, the certificate Dr. Jacob he has received can be given as a link. Professor Abu Verghese workshop MBA syllabus modernization, the certificate. So this will help you. This is evidence. So that is how you upload the additional document. Then we move on to the second key indicator. So in first key indicator, we saw 3 metrics. Out of the 3 metrics, 2 of them are qualitative, and the last one is quantitative. Total metric points 20. So the first one has 10 points, 1.1.1. Second one is 5, and the third one is 5. Academic flexibility. It talks about freedom in the use of the time frame of the course. You can talk about like supplementary enrichment programs you are adding to the curriculum. Maybe as an initiative of the college, university may not be telling you what to do, what to be added. Maybe a certificate program, add-on program. So all this, maybe whatever flexibility you are introducing, that will come under this. Most importantly, the credit system and choice offered in the curriculum. Actually, universities, in our case, university has given a choice-based credit semester system. So we have one program, and the whole program is a choice-based credit semester system program. So for us, we can say the only one program what we have is for basically NBS has an MBA program, only one program that is coming under choice-based credit system. So we show that. So this is what we show as one of the most important flexibility element in academics. So what comes under this 1.2, total point is 30. There are 3 metrics. One is 1.2.1. Percentage of programs in which choice-based credit semester or elective course system has been implemented. Second, number of add-on certificate programs offered during the last 5 years. This was one of the questions some of the participants were asking. Then average percentage of students enrolled in certificate or add-on programs as against the total number of students during the last 5 years. Each metric has 10 points each. So in the quality manual, when you look at it, it tells you how to upload what document, what information you have to give to Naac. So number of programs in which CBSE, that is choice-based credit semester system, or elective course system implemented. The data requirement they have shown, and they are saying ask for data templates. So that means a template is given. Maybe once you go to the quality manual, you can see the data template. Name all programs adopting choice-based system. That is one thing. So for us, we gave like MBA, National Business Administration, is the program which adopts choice-based credit semester system. Number of all programs adopting elective course system. So for us, the entire program also goes for elective course system. So how many programs will be running under choice-based divided by the total number of programs in the college? That percentage will tell you how much score you're going to get. So you have 10 programs out of which 2 are choice based, you get 2 by 10, 20%. So that is how it happens. Then additional information, minutes of relevant academic concept. That means if the university has given you the syllabus, in our case it was the syllabus. Syllabus says that this is a choice-based syllabus system. So we just highlighted it and uploaded it saying that this program is choice-based. And also they talk about electives. In our third semester and fourth semester, they are giving the choice for electives. That also we upload. So that is how we dealt with this metric 1.2.1 or even 1.2.1. SOP is also given there. So as I said, SOP clearly tells you what document you have to upload. So SOP is mandatory. So to see, so once you read it, a lot of your questions can be cleared once you go through the SOPs. So it says list of programs in which choice-based system was implemented, minutes of relevant academic concept. In our case, there was no relevant concept, I mean university concept, nothing from the university, but their choice-based credit semester system syllabus was there. Affiliate university's letter stating implementation of this structure of the program, clearly indicating courses. And how we made SSR for this metric. Minutes of relevant academic council meeting, we uploaded the syllabus. The institutional data in prescribed format, we did it. We showed for all these years the syllabus we had. Year of introduction was 2015, 16, 17, 18, and 19. These are the 5 years for which we were evaluated by Naac. So we have to show those 5 years. And for each year, what was the syllabus that you followed? Because this syllabus shows that this was a choice-based system. So 2015, the syllabus was 2013 syllabus. So we uploaded that. And 2016 to 2019, we had the same syllabus that they prepared for 2016. So we uploaded the same syllabus. And any additional information? Sure. Then the next key metric 1.2.2. 1.2.2 is a quantitative metrics. Quantitative metrics. You can see on the left side QNM. And is in lowercase. So that shows quantitative metrics. If it is qualitative in your quality manual, it shows QLM, qualitative. Because QNM is quantitative. So 1.2.2 is a quantitative metrics which has 10 points. It talks about number of add-on certificate programs offered during the last 5 years. So they are asking how many add-on programs were offered during the last 5 years. Yeah, during the MOU, yes. What is the year of introduction, year of program introduction? Yes, year of introduction is when did you introduce this program? So data required for add-on or certificate programs is for the last 5 years. Names of the add-on programs with 30 or more contact hours. This requirement is important. 30 hours, any program, you are coming up with a certificate program or add-on program, make sure you have a syllabus. What we have done is that we made a syllabus for in-house add-on program. We made a syllabus and different modules, and it shows more than 30 hours. If you have a program, something from outside, you are inviting somebody, you have an MOU with an outside agency. For example, Microsoft Excel, they have to give you a course plan, they have to give you a syllabus which indicates it is more than 30 hours. So that should be uploaded. So that's important, the 30 hours. If it's less than 30 hours, they will not consider that as a certificate program. And how many times you have offered during the same year, number of times offered during the same year. Usually in our case it's only one because we give to one batch 1 year, that's the way it is. And how many students completed this course in that year? Because out of 50, only 30 completed, there is a percentage. So that also, since it's a quantitative metrics, they will look into this. SOP talks about this. Name of the program, duration, list of students enrolled, summary report of each program year-wise, specific instruction add-on program of minimum 30 hours. They are same award programs conducted under regular university curriculum. That will not be considered as curricular certificate program or add-on program. And avoid any other certificate program less than 30 hours. Sometimes you are conducting for 25 hours or 20 hours certificate program. Naac will not consider that. List of add-on programs, what we have uploaded, I can show you that. So for year one, look at this. The name of add-on, we did not have anything during that year, 2015. So that is blank. Because we are not supposed to lie because we don't have anything. We show that we don't have anything. Year two, that would be 2016, we didn't have anything. Year three, we didn't have, we had only one. You can see Microsoft Office Specialist. 2017-18 is the year that we offered it. Number of time, we offered only one time. How many hours? 30 hours program. Number of students enrolled, 35. And number of students completing the course in the year 34. That means you have to show the certificates. So if it's an outside agency showing that, you can, and also you can also have a list, fail, pass, fail, list of students, attendance, marking, which days it was conducted. All these are strong evidence because they are going to ask for all this. A copy of, you don't have to upload all copies, copy of one or two students' certificates, but you must have, you should be able to show that attendance, marking, days, course, it's a syllabus. Like that. Then look at the next year. We had two programs, Microsoft Office Specialist, Diploma in GST. So we had two programs in year 4. Then year 5, we had two programs again. So these are the programs. This is what we uploaded. Add a question, add-on programs and certificate programs should be approved by any university or can be self-framed by a college. It need not be by the university. If you have an approved agency, an agency with a proper credentials can give a program. For example, Microsoft Office Specialist, we don't have any approval from the university. But we have an agency who conducted more than 30 hours, and actually Microsoft certificate they are provided. And GST, they gave us the syllabus, we verified the syllabus, and it was more than 30 hours, they give you the certificate, they conduct properly, they conduct the classes in our lab. So that is fine. Anything else, Dr. Jacob, to be added to that? Or Ms. Naya?
Other than that, whatever, like hours, all those things, whatever you have said, that is fine, sir. If we want, even the number, code number also can be there. It should be like a regular university syllabus. That's all.
It should be, but it need not be approved by the university. We are not sending
It should not be from the university. If the university is using that, you have to avoid that. At least you have to take out the name minimum. I would say take out change it. That is always better.
In our case, we had a program called BASE, Bridging and Skill Enhancement. It was actually developed by us. It was developed by us, but we had 30 hours, it had a syllabus, it had a proper way of assessment, everything was mentioned there. So they accepted it. And 1.2.3 is the next metric. This is also quantitative, QMM, 10 points. Average percentage of students enrolled in certificate programs as against the total number of students during the last 5 years. There is a data template, and we use the data template. The calculation is easy because there's a total number divided by the number of students who passed or enrolled in the certificate divided by the total number of students across all programs, that percentage. Then again, you divide that total percentage by 5 years because they are looking for 5 years. That is the way and it is actually giving exact calculation how you can find out the number. So that can be given. SOP, it says year-wise list of the students enrolled in the program as defined in 1.2.2. I have shown that. Just like that, you have to do this. Attendance sheet of students participating with signature. Okay, that's important. So when the students attend this program, you have to get their names with their attendance and signature. And after data verification check, they may seek certificates of random select students if they want. Data templates are given here. You can check the data templates for this metrics. And so, as I said, if your data template is given, the format is given, you must use this. You cannot have your own format for a program. This is for 1.2.3, what we were talking about, the last metric that comes under 1.2. What we documented, I have already shown the same thing. Then the third key indicator is curriculum enrichment. Basically, curriculum enrichment is something that is adding a greater value to the syllabus by providing life to the entire curriculum. And enrichment describes the activities the college provides to the students in order to extend their knowledge beyond the regular course of study. So whatever you are adding, whatever activities you are taking up in the college will be coming under this enrichment. See, every education institution, higher education institution is expected to have provision for added courses and activities, which may not be directly linked with one's discipline of study, but contribute to sensitizing students to cross-cutting issues relevant to the current present concerns both nationally and internationally, such as gender environment, sustainability, human values, professional ethics. So are you giving any kind of seminars for them? Are you giving any separate sessions for them on this? So this is how you are going to enrich your curriculum. So we have subject experts at the core. Is it required? Students. I have a question from by my college department, etc. They have accepted one of our certificate programs, that is BASE program. They are so happy about it. So that's what we think. They didn't have any problem with what we did. As long as you are guided by the guidelines of Naac. A question from Fatima. If we have subject experts at college, is it required to call externals? What is this related to specifically? Subject experts in formulating an add-on program or a certificate program? If that is the case, we
Yeah.
don't need any.
Yeah. In
You
fact,
can
we
have it, yes.
have, but ideally, from people from outside would be better. Because otherwise, what you can do is your subject experts can create a syllabus and it can be validated by NSTC. And then once NSTC gives the code and all those things, that can be accepted. But outside agency is always better.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Okay, I'll proceed. So there are three metrics. 1.3.1 institution integrates cross-cutting issues relevant to professional ethics, gender, human values, etc. Second is average percentage of courses that include experiential learning through project work, field work, internship during the last 5 years. And third one is percentage of students undertaking project work, internship that are for the last completed academic year. So the three metrics coming our way. The first one is qualitative, QLM, 10 points. The institution adheres to academic calendar. Sorry, this is something. The heading is wrong. This is what we gave regarding this. Various courses. The various courses that address issues relating to gender, values, environment, and sustainability are listed below. So what we did is that we identified there are certain courses in what we teach, given by the university, in which there are topics related to gender, values, environment, and sustainability. So we identified these courses and said that in these courses, we are actually, through these courses, we are actually providing these values to the students. And also, that is about for in professional ethics, we had seminars on business ethics, observance of ethics, that is Gandhi Jayanti. These are some of the activities. Teachers' Day, corporate governance seminars were conducted. For gender sensitization, we conducted Women's Day. We conducted International Day of the World Child. So through which what happens is that the students are coming to, they are going to be sensitized about gender, human values. We have like charity activities, supporting people in need, village adoption scheme. So there are different activities through which we are trying to inculcate these values in the students. So we have to find out whatever we are doing, whether this activity, as I said in my 15 minutes talk, I was trying to say this, in whatever we are planning, any activity that we are formulating or planning, we have to see the outcome. Can we put any criteria? So we have, for example, village adoption scheme. Village adoption scheme will have many outcomes. One of them can be like inculcating values, human values in students. So we can put this under this criteria. But the other thing is that we cannot have the same activity in different criteria. Am I right, Vijay? Yes.
When you go to a village, there are a lot of options available. Apart from human values, you can have entrepreneurship can be there. You can have, you may celebrate energy awareness, conduct energy awareness. So all these are actually coming in your curriculum also. When you take the entire curriculum, the entire program curriculum, you will find somewhere or the other, all these things are there, whether it's ethics or whether it is gender, and all those things will be reflecting somewhere in the curriculum. So based on that, conduct seminars or activities that will definitely give a learning outside the class. More than what you can teach in the classroom will be learned from outside. So that is what we have to go. So we have to, faculty members have to really find out what is the content that could be used for human values and all this. Yes, sir. What you said is right.
We may be doing a lot of stuff. So sometimes what happens is that we are unable to project it, and we may not have things to show, but we may have a lot. If yours is a college where you have a lot of activities, definitely you can sort out and you can say, okay, this outcome can be placed in this. So project it. Sometimes we may think that this may not be taken into consideration. Try that. You can put it in. Next metric is 1.3.2, where average percentage of courses that include experiential learning through project work or field work, internship during the last 5 years. Name of the course, details of experiential learning through project work, field work, or internship. Name of the program. We will see the SOP for this. Documents show the experiential learning through project work or field work and internship. The specific instruction, only the courses having project work as per the affiliated university curriculum. In our case, university has asked us or the students to go for a project work in their 4th semester. So that is what we consider. The courses that support experiential learning for project work not prescribed by the affiliating university should not be coming under this. If you are giving a project work from your college for the students, maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that will not be placed under this. Only university prescribed should be. That is why I'm saying SOP gives a very good clarity. What should be put in, what should not be put in. There is a template. Accordingly, you put this, and this is going to be a huge one. What we have seen, for example, what we have done, I'm sure that. Look at this. This is the format for the template they have given. Program name, program code, name of the course that include experiential learning through project work. So that person, this person conducted, his name is Akhil, he's conducted a project in finance. So when he conducted his field work or project, what learning he got from which courses, all those courses should be listed. That is what we did. And then we gave a link to the relevant document also. So this is how the template, when you look at the template, you will see. And the third one is also a quantitative metric with 10 points. Percentage of students undertaking project work or internship. SOP talks about list of students undertaking the field work in the last completed academic year, only the last year's internship completion certificate, report of the field work, what should be included. What should not be included? Mere list of students cannot be considered. Training internship during the job enrollment will not be considered. Specific instruction, only latest completed academic year to be considered. See, this is what they are saying in this one, only the last year. One student involved in multiple field work can be considered as one, only one, even a person has done more than one field work. Internship completion certificate should be uploaded. Data given should match with the metric 1.3.2 for the latest completed academic year. So in 1.3.2, we have given the information, and we have given the information for the last year, the latest year. That is what they are asked here in this case. Second. And the last key indicator is feedback system. Feedback from the students from students, alumni, teachers, parents, and employers. Feedback on the curriculum. Revision and redesign of curricula is based on recent developments. The feedback from all stakeholders. So Naac has given 5 stakeholders, list of 5 of them. So we are able to ask whether you have done or you have collected the feedback, you have conducted the data analysis, and based on that, whether you have taken action. So this is what they have asked for. The stakeholders, students, teachers, employers, and alumni. I think that the parents also was there in the previous one, right, Dr. Jacob, but they have removed that. Parents is not there. The students, teachers, employers, and alumni. Employer means the students after graduating, when they get placed, you have to get a feedback from the employer. What we have done is that for students, teachers, and alumni, we use the same kind of form for taking the feedback. For an employer, we used a different form. But one thing we had to make sure is that if you are making a form, Naac is not giving a form. You can make your own form, but make sure there are questions related to curriculum. Because since this is curricular aspects, criterion 1 is curricular aspects, your questions related to this 1.4 key indicator feedback system also related to curriculum. However, I understand when you ask the questions related to the curriculum from the employers, they may not be knowing all these minute details of this curriculum. So what we have to do is that some general questions related to curriculum can be asked. And there are 4 options for this. One is feedback collected. There's a 4th one. 3rd one is feedback collected and analyzed. 2nd option is feedback collected, analyzed, and action has been taken. And the first one, or the last one, is feedback collected, analyzed, and action taken, and feedback available on website. So this is an area where you can score points if you are properly planning it. And if you have time to go for Naac, go for all these 5. This is something that can be done. You can collect the feedback, you can analyze it, you can take an action. Action is actually sometimes you are including a new, because of the curriculum, we are saying that something else should be given. You are going to enrich the curriculum, adding a certificate program or an add-on program or adding new activities or something. You are writing a letter to the university saying something about the syllabus itself. So these are actions taken. And then This actions, you can show this feedback and the action can be shown on your website. So this is something that is possible. If you spend time on this, it won't take much time, but it can be done. So this is what is shown in the manual. Quantitative 1.4.1 is the conjugated metric. There are only two metrics in this key indicator. SOP is saying sample, fill in feedback from forms from the stakeholders to be provided. The feedback concerned with curriculum development only can be considered. Look at this. That's what I said. The feedback forms must have questions related to curriculum. Only filled in feedback report will be considered. So don't send the blank ones. In case of selecting A, B, C, or D, provide 3 fill forms from each category. The DDB partner may ask for filled in forms of randomly selected stakeholders. In our case, it happened. They asked for more. They asked for 5 also. 5 of them. We have to upload only 3. But it does not mean that you collect only 3 feedback from the students or employers. You should collect more than that. But when you send, they are asking for 3. He is actually basically all of the above is you are getting the highest marks, the full marks. Any 3 will be proportionally will be reduced. Any 2, any 1, and none of the above. There is nothing here. Feedback not related to design and review of syllabus will not be considered. We can show what we have uploaded. Let's see. So from teacher for 2017-18, we have conducted from teachers, alumni, and student. So we have attached all those feedback forms for 2017-18, 18-19, 19-20. Action taken report. What action we have taken? We have given a report on action taken. Report is given. And curriculum feedback report was given. I can show you the feedback form, something like this. A feedback form like this is given. Questions were given. And feedback report. Report is basically the data you got is analyzed. And you give a report, analysis. What percentage of people were for this, for each question. Graph and everything, we attach a graph. And also the action based on the report, what action you have taken. Action report also was attached. We spoke about like bridging and skill enhancement program. Clubs were formulated. Add-on programs were introduced. Other kind of activities, training programs. These were the results of the feedback received from the stakeholders. And this is the last metric of this key indicator. Feedback process of institution may be classified. Basically, it's a continuation 1.4.1 quantitative metric. Upload stakeholders feedback report, action taken report of the institute on it, and as stated in the minutes. I have already shown that some of the action report is shown here. SOP feedback reports should be hosted in the institutional website. So always check your website. Provide links directly leading to reports on the items listed in the chosen option. Additional information basically about the reports. Any other questions? I think some of you already asked a few questions. So data loaded in AQR is also can be in SSR. Does the feedback form, or do the feedback questions have to be linked to the program education objectives or program outcomes? It is not about the program objectives or outcomes. I would say regarding the curriculum as such. So it can be related. Sometimes, curriculum asks for these objectives. You can say whether this objective is achieved by this curriculum. You can ask, not a problem, but you not be always fully on the objectives. Maybe you can, for example, employability skills, whether they are getting that from this, or concepts related to this, or relevant topics are being discussed, maybe in your syllabus, whatever topics which are being covered, are they relevant? Or maybe regarding application level of this syllabus or your curriculum. Basically, what are you looking for? What do the students actually need? So it is from different stakeholders we are taking this. Did I answer your question, Ms. Shruti? Okay.
Year of introduction, sir. There is a question on year of introduction.
Yes, you can answer.
Yeah. Regarding the year of introduction, Ramesh, am I speaking to Ramesh? Yeah. Ramesh, year of introduction, whenever a syllabus is approved by the university, for example, if it is an affiliating university, they will, on the syllabus, they will also be a cover letter will be there, circular will be there, saying that the syllabus has been approved, and from when it is approved, that letter will be there. Okay. And that is basic. So maybe, like suppose if you want to, if the university is introducing a syllabus in 2023, they will formulate the syllabus and get it approved in 2022. They will say that this syllabus will be approved from 2023. So that letter will be there. That will be there with all the syllabuses. If it is not available, you have to check with the university site. You will be able to download. That will be very clear. And like, for example, the minutes and all those things will be there. On a letter will be there, where minutes, board of studies, will and all those things. That is how the syllabus will be. Like even if you want to do it in the college also, the same procedure has to be there. When you, for example, you are having a third-party course, add-on course that you are having, you need to do the same. You need to, if you are a third party is giving you a syllabus, you'll have to have a number. You have to get the syllabus, credits, number of hours, and then that syllabus should be approved by the board of studies. Then only you should use that. Otherwise, you will not be able to show that, because you need to have a meeting minutes through which that syllabus, which says that the syllabus has been approved. Now, would third-party courses such as NPTEL?
That's a good question which I didn't cover, but definitely it is a very good thing. Add-on course by NPTEL, Naac courses.
NPTEL and all, the advantage of NPTEL is that NPTEL, NSDC, all these have got actually, there will be a number will be there, the name of the course, syllabus will be there, modules will be there, reference books will be there. So it is complete. So if you just give the number of an NPTEL course, that will be easily able to identify the course. And it is very easy. If you're going NPTEL or Coursera or all the others and all, maybe you will have make one. NSDC, the advantage of the NSDC is your own experts can formulate a syllabus. And then you should have actually, you should have an MOU with NSDC, and NSDC will actually approve the course and give it back. That is the advantage of NSDC. NPTEL, all the courses are coming from IIT, whereas NSDC has a possibility. You can create a course and send it across to NSDC, but you should have an MOU with them, otherwise they will not accept it. So your campus should be an NSDC campus. That is how you can have. So if you want to create your own course, ideally go to NSDC. Otherwise, you can ask for NPTEL course. NPTEL directly it will come. So you can choose, because there will be actually a notification on that. You can find out as to which course that your students are interested. Now we have started with NPTEL. We have asked our students, we gave the option. These are the options available. These are the courses available, starting from this day to this day. Examinations, everything is given by the faculty. So very easy. You can just ask them to enroll in that, and students can study the course, and they can write examinations, and they can get the certificates. That is a good option. And even credit transfer also may happen with NPTEL course. For example, that is going to be the latest one. If you do an NPTEL course, if the university which you is affiliated also accept that course, that credit can be transferred. Student may not even have to do that course. Maybe third semester, let us say, that is investment management. And if NPTEL is giving that course, investment management, and the student has already completed it, if the affiliating university has accepted that, then you can the student can get exemption even from taking that course, because already the first student has completed. That is going to be the latest. It has not happened. We work with we are with Calicut University of Calicut. University of Calicut has not approved, but there are some universities which have approved, because NPTEL, as I've told you, it is coming from IIT. So naturally, and government approval is also. Yes, faculty engaged in question paper setting of other university can be stated, but that can be given. But most probably, ideally, your university, affiliating university is always. Other universities, they don't give your university. See, for example, what they are trying to tell you is how many of you are there in the board of studies in your university, or how many of them participate in the syllabus workshop, or how many of you are there in evaluation, question paper evaluation. So it is all pertaining to other universities, to our own university. But if it is other universities also, you can very well record it. PTV, peer team visit will be happy to note that, but you may not get marks for it. It's our affiliating university from where you get marks.
There's a question from Ms. Shruti. What if we have had no certificate programs in the past? If you start now and have only programs shown in year 5, will it significantly reduce the score? The score will be given appropriately. That if it's all 5 years, you get the good score. If it's only 1 year, it's always calculated in the appropriate. So it's a provider. That is
quantitative. It is a quantitative metric, so naturally, if you don't have 5 years,
it will come down. But if you didn't have anything and you are starting now, that's fine. But still, you are starting somewhere
because see, the word Naac, it is called as peer team visit. Or who's a peer? The peer is basically a person like you, maybe on a higher level. That's all. So there, see, when you show them that you've started, you're showing an improvement. So don't worry about that. Even if you have started, start now.
Yeah, just start somewhere. It's better to start now.
As Sabu sir was mentioning, we did not have add-on courses in 15 and 16. We started after that. So we had only 3 years that of the add-on courses. Any other questions from the group?
There's a question, sir. This data is uploaded in AQAR. Also, can it be updated in SSR if something is missing?
It is AQAR.
AQAR.
AQAR has got 1 year data. SSR has got 5-year data. Now, if you are not uploading something in AQAR, and then can we do it in SSR? It is most likely it's not possible. Why? Because that year's whatever you do it in that year, it has to be uploaded. When the peer time comes, you can show that because, but they will not accept it because you are supposed to do it in then and there, not later. Because that is what many colleges also do. Earlier, when you get an accreditation, next year onwards, people will stop doing anything. Okay, they will minimize it. They will not do much, and they may think that towards the last, we will do everything. Now that is not possible. Earlier, it was possible because those days, there's AQR and all was not there. But now the situation is different. Every year you have to do it, and we also see that maybe after some time, AQR, maybe every 5 years AQR, and finally an SSR. Even the Naac may not have to come to the campus because you're uploading everything, and they may give you an hybrid mode. In fact, we were also expecting that hybrid mode where you display whatever things that you have shown there. That is fine. For a video of all those things. That also you may get.
Dr. Gio has a question. Dr. Gio Joseph. Question.
What is the question?
One type, you have raised your hand. Is it for a question?
You can just type. You can type out the question.
Maybe accidentally you raised your hand, or it's fine. It's okay.
I think it was a very elaborate session, Sabu sir. You have gone every criteria, and I think even when we have gone for this SSR, I think we have not got such an information, because when we opened it, only we found that all these questions were there. So, Sabu sir,
maybe the participants will come to learn more about it as we go to the next criteria.
One more question.
They will get familiar. Yeah, CBCS and the elective course system, same? No. Basically, this choice-based credit semester. Because I will tell you, elective courses for the specialization, the students can go for any specialization, because out of 4 courses they can choose 2. That is elective course system. Our UG, they are choice-based credit semester system, but they don't have elective courses. But MBA, this is choice-based credit semester system, because there is a credit system is there, credit hours is there, and electives are also included. Electives in their 3rd semester and 4th semester, there is an elective. They can choose out of 4 or 5. They can choose 2 subjects. So there is a choice there for choosing the electives. So wherever there is no electives, are also there can be a choice-based credit semester system. So UG it is like that. UG we do not have an elective, but it is approved by the university as CBCS.
So that is, sir, thank you very much. It was good. You covered very elaborately. And I was in fact thinking of showing the documents, but we have already shown the documents also. Maybe, I think.
Yeah, some of the documents are, while going through maybe it's easy. That's why I did like that. But criterion 2, 3, 4, once they go through that, they will understand more about metrics, key indicators, SOPs, data template. They will get used to it. Participants can get used to it more, and they will be seeing this frequently. So that will be better learning this paper. How would you identify slow learners? And
Leo, you have a question. How do you identify slow learners and satisfy their needs? That will be discussed in the afternoon session, where we are focusing on criteria 2.
Criteria 2, yes, that's right.
So that will be discussed during the afternoon session.
Thanks for that question.
Yeah, good. So it was good actually having a good session by Sabu sir. I should actually say that you are all lucky to have every question, and every question was given that answer what we have done. I don't think any college would give all this, because we did not get it, and we have been searching for people will just beat around the bush. That is what I have found in many of these FDP. But we have opened our FD, our whatever we have uploaded, and we have shown you as to what is. Sabu sir for an elaborately coming on the history, geography, maths, etc. Choosing any 2 at UG come under elective or not.
That can be.
Can be. It cannot.
Our UG, I don't think they have an elective thing, right? But they have a system where they can choose some additional courses. There they can choose. But usually what they talk about is that if there is a choice for electives, you can answer, you can respond to that question from Naac.
That should come from the university.
Yes, university will tell you. University definitely will tell. So that is how we went by.
Including in university, yes, definitely it can be considered. It is not that we give it on. That's coming from the syllabus.
Thank you very much then. I hope it was useful, and once you go through the next 6 criteria, I think you'll be thorough with most of the terms and you will know how to go for Naac accreditation process. You'll be somewhat better equipped. That's what I think. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Jacob and Ms. Naina also for having me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sabu Vargas, and thank you participants for patiently listening and participating in the session. We'll meet again.